No. That's a good idea. But I need something to start said idea, or I can't do it.
I see.
Anyway, hello and welcome back to another episode of the Planime podcast. This one
Yes, hello.
was started
This one is
randomly.
scuffed. Yes.
Shh. I'm gonna blame at least 50% of this on you.
I am the reason it's 6 minutes late.
Correct. So
The
at least
rest is
50.
on you.
At least 50% is on you.
No.
At least 50. You just said you're the reason it's 6 minutes late.
Yeah, but I'm not the reason it's early. No.
What do you mean the reason it's early?
The reason it's at 12:30 and not at an hour on the dot.
Well, there's reasons for that.
Yeah,
Even though I definitely am gonna have to leave in 5 minutes to bring 2 packages into the house.
I see. God.
But it's fine. They've
How did
literally
we
been
make this
been
podcast at
camped
the
out
worst time?
at the store over by my house for a good half hour, so it's fine.
Fun. Okay, well, this week was my week.
It was your week.
It was my week. We did Blue Exorcist.
We did do Blue Exorcist. And
Yes.
how much of this do you actually remember?
Okay, so I'm gonna explain to the stream what I just told you earlier.
God.
So normally on our weeks where we've watched it, like a while ago, like I did this with Seven Deadly, you did this with ReZero. We watch a recap, right?
I didn't watch a recap. I sped run through the director's cut.
No, so we watch a recap. There exists no recaps of this show
Honestly, though.
anywhere.
Oh, I haven't even. Should probably do that.
So, yeah.
So how much do you actually remember about this show?
I remember quite a lot.
No, you don't.
Actually, because I've looked at some things.
Then who was Satan?
He's Satan.
He's
I mean, what else do you? He's Rin's dad. What else do you want?
Question: who is Satan?
Do you have any other of those questions?
Second question is how is this still an ongoing manga?
Well, somehow there was a second season.
No, the problem is this entire thing is ongoing.
Yeah.
That
could have been a perfectly good, 25, maybe even just 2 seasons, 12, 13 episodes. Perfectly fine.
It could have.
It could have been that. But it keeps going. And the second season is not good.
The second season's not good. That's the troubling part, because there's more than 2 seasons that could be made about this show.
Yes.
Because it's been going for like 11 years as a manga.
Yes.
That scares me. Because I looked at that. I went and I looked and I was like, oh, this must be the conclusion. Maybe they'll do like one more season. Maybe it went for like maybe like 5 years or so. And it's 2 seasons long or something.
Okay.
No, this thing's been going for 11 and has 25 volumes, man.
So this cuts off being canon with the manga.
What?
The last from 18 to 25 is counted as filler and not canon.
What?
Yeah.
Thinks about what was in those episodes? Excuse me?
Mm-hmm.
But like, what about all the dead people?
Exactly. About all the dead people. Anyway,
oh, you're cutting out again. Oh no.
Of your complaints.
What did you just say?
So in order of your complaints. Like we do.
Lorenzo,
yes?
Listen to how you sound over the stream.
Okay.
Now you sound perfectly fine. Whatever you just tried to say before was robot again.
You know what I did?
Are you listening to it? Because you did it again.
Okay,
that's all on you. It's not on me.
I hear it.
What?
What
I
is that? 'Cause it's literally, it's not me. Everything I do fixes it,
Meh.
but it's not me.
Yes, it's definitely you.
It's not on my end. I have no packet lost. Nothing.
I don't have any packet loss or anything either.
I don't even have my voice changer on. In fact, the program's closed.
See, as soon as you said that, you fixed yourself
The program was closed.
again.
I opened it and closed it again.
Yeah, but the program stays on in the background.
No, it
Yes.
I closed it in the background.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever you did, you messed up.
Okay, any complaints that we can just go
Any
ahead with?
complaints starting from the beginning?
Starting from the beginning.
How did Satan not take over that guy up until that point?
What, the priest?
The paladin man.
The, their father?
Yes.
Um, I mean, he was safe, I guess. I mean, he's in a church. It
No, but
wasn't until,
yeah, it
like,
said it was the emotional thing that allowed Satan in, and that he would never let
mm-hmm.
Satan in any other way. But the problem with that is then they had that flashback when Rin as a little kid broke his ribs. And you're
Yeah.
telling me he remained mentally strong enough to stave off Satan like that?
Well, he knew the kid was the spawn of Satan and would be fine.
He's no,
But just slapping him was enough to let his mind be weak.
Yeah, because he's like, did I just do that? Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's out of character for him.
Ah.
So when he did it, his brain's like, why did I just do that?
How could I
And he
do this?
breaks.
God. Well, fine then. What
Also, at
else?
that point, wasn't the steel already breaking on the sword? So like Rin was getting some of his powers.
Yeah, technically.
So
But
there
that
was
was
already that
yeah, but that was
opening.
before. That was before he unsheathed the sword. He'd still
Yeah, but
burst it
it
out
was
into
still
flames,
breaking.
but you know, nothing much.
All right, next complaint. I
Next
like how that's just this now. Next complaint.
yeah, next complaint. Let's see. How did his brother like manage to get home every day? Like from the cram
From the
school?
school?
Yeah, and
I
like
have no clue.
once he started going on missions, like how was he able to convince his brother, "Oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm just like
I
you."
g- I genuinely don't know.
Like
Like
I get there was
obviously,
the keys, but
yeah, Rin's not the smartest, tool in the shed.
I know, but you
But
saw
the
how many
keys.
missions they were going on.
Oh,
Like they were going on all these missions. It should have been like, "Oh, um he's gone for a few days to go and do something." Like I get they could have said something like, "Oh, he's out at a training camp or something." I don't know.
yeah.
But then wouldn't have you
Yeah.
asked him about
Yeah.
it? Would have
I,
been like, "Brother, where have you been? Why didn't I get to go?"
I don't know.
That's
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, one thing I want to talk about
mm-hmm.
is the classes, right?
Okay, Mr.
There's
Robot.
swordsman.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
so there was the swordsman, the tamer,
Uh-huh.
the one that
The-
says the words,
Uh-huh. There was one more, and
the
the
gun
gun.
person, and then
And
one more.
this
Oh, it was Dragoon.
gun.
It was gun and Dragoon.
No,
There was
Dragoon
five.
is gun.
There was five classes. I think
No, there was blue, but Dragoon is gun person.
Okay, then it was Arya,
Um,
Dragoon, Knight, Tamer, and one more then.
I'm literally looking up right
Unless the gun one had a
Doctor.
different. Oh,
Doctor
Doctor.
was the other one.
I forgot about
But
Doctor.
but like, you know, there's these like medieval ways of fighting, and
Mhm.
then gun.
And then gun.
gun.
And he learned how to reload that thing so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
How do you reload like that? Dropping clips on
Anime.
the ground instantly reloading, like.
Anime.
And then killer versus, they could have just killed Satan like that. Like, you
What do you
saw
mean?
him recite that entire chapter looking for the ghoul's fatal verse.
Mm-hmm.
They could have just been like, the easiest way to stop the demons is to just be playing just like the entire Bible on loop.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why they needed this. I get that whole All Out War was something that was not canon now, but
Mm-hmm.
they could have just been playing all the Bible verses constantly and it would have
Oh yeah.
solved the problem. Oh no, they're
But
being attacked by this sort of enemy. Just play the set of Bible verses even if we don't know what it is, and that should kill them all.
we should just put guns, Nico.
But guns.
Guns.
God.
Also, the whole thing of to become an exorcist, you have to be marked by a demon.
Yeah, so you can see him.
Yeah, that's a lot of this anime is very cliche.
Yes.
Like even the characters.
Hmm?
Like there's nothing special to any of them
No, why would there be?
because they're supposed to be good characters.
No, they're not.
Like
Whoever
the
said
one
that?
girl
What one
who,
girl?
you know, the girl who worked at the apothecary. Is
Ah,
that what it was?
yes. Her.
She's like she had a whole arc and then
Nothing happened.
ended up becoming a normal character.
Yeah,
Like a
obviously.
basic character.
But that's like whatchamacallit, where everyone joined the party directly after. It's like Naruto or Naruto's my best
Yeah, but Nyarko's a parody.
I understand, but that's what
This
happens
is
in
an
most of these
actual one.
shows.
Yeah, and it's just dumb.
Where they're
Like they had so much potential to do things with these characters.
Mm.
Especially in this first season. And the
Yeah.
second season they try.
They try.
I'll give them that.
Nit. But
But by
it's like that,
trying
where
they
every
just
time they
said
fight an enemy that like doesn't, do everything. They join as a main character, obviously.
yeah.
That's normal. I can't think of a good anime where that happens.
Exactly. Um reading over this I just remember
Oh,
this is
no.
not a good anime. Like
Get-
it's
Then why did you pick it?
because I wanted to pick a boring anime
No, you
for
didn't.
once. I did.
God.
Um
How could you do this?
what else happened?
Because you
Come
had to
on,
get
more
down from the high
complaints.
of last week's
Of
9?
yeah.
I don't know. What else was there? I'm trying to remember the story now.
I mean there was fan service girl.
Fan service girl.
Yeah, the one who pulled the sword out of her chest.
Oh yeah. Forgot about her.
The very generic people. And you can't remember a lot of them.
What?
Exactly. You can't remember a lot of the characters.
You're a robot, but I understood that second part of it. The second time you said it. They are very generic. But
Like, remember hooded guy?
what do you mean hooded guy?
Hooded guy. He's
Hooded
in the-
guy?
he's
Hooded
in
guy
the
was the girl.
True. What about there's another one?
Stop dying. Hooded hooded guy was the girl.
Yes, I remember that now.
Oh, my stuff is on the porch. I'll be back.
I see.
Keep
So-
stream entertained for a minute.
So, yes, a lot of the characters were very forgettable, and like here, I'm gonna take a look at the list of characters, and just say like, there's Ghost. This guy's character name is just Ghost. Oh, I had a lot of like, when you think about anime and just a scene will pop into your head, or a scene in another anime. I always have those scenes pop into my head of this anime, but I can never remember what anime it's from. I don't know why. I just can't remember this anime. Um, I don't even know some of these people. Like, I get that this guy was the summoner dude who attacked all the kids, but still. Oh yeah, there's these people who exist. There's that guy. I forgot about that guy. See, I would describe who the character is, but that guy is the best description I can give because they don't do anything. And there's just not a lot of originality in this anime. Like, it's so strange. I remember watching this the first time and like really liking it. I'm like, oh, this is really good, But it was a while ago when
Huh.
when I was new to
That
anime.
that took
But
a lot more space than I thought that would.
well,
I was like, oh yeah, I shouldn't be getting that much in this set. Yeah, that was a lot bigger of a box than it took me.
I see.
Okay, so
So I was
prob.
complaining.
What do you have?
There was two things. I'd always get scenes of anime pop in my head that
Yeah,
I
Lorenzo,
don't.
you are
I
dying
can't.
again.
I'm not dying though.
Yeah, I know he was completely fine until I came back.
Yeah. Um. uh, It's like these scenes pop in my head, and I cannot remember what anime they're from,
Nah,
and they're from this one,
and they're
and
from this.
I just cannot remember.
God, it's like you're sitting there and it's like, I remember this thing happening, but when did it happen?
I went through the list of characters as well, and I'm like, oh yeah, that guy existed. Don't know what he did, but he existed.
Well, describe them to me.
Um, he had the. Hold on. There's the one character stood out to me. I just can't remember what he
Are you
did.
talking about Eye Patch Guy?
No.
Eye Patch Guy was
He
cool.
he he was the summoner, right?
Yeah, he was the
That
one that had
yeah.
all the markings on his arms to summon
hmm
things.
I'm talking
I'm
about
still getting one more package today. Jesus Christ.
where is he? This guy.
This guy.
So he
Yes.
has mutton chops. 5 o'clock shadow. He's wearing it like a. It looks like a tux.
Oh, oh, oh,
Oh,
oh.
he was the PE teacher.
Yes. Yes. I knew who you were talking about too. Yes, and he got burned by Satan near the end.
Yeah, I totally forgot about him.
God.
Um,
How? He was
I
cool.
I just can't. I literally I go and try and remember stuff about this anime,
Nah,
and I just can't.
why not?
I don't know.
It's not there's not much to forget about it, and
It's
those
not like terrible,
and how are there
but it just
demons in the
wasn't memorable.
one world? If
In what
by
world?
what they said only Satan can open that gate. Only
The
Satan can
demons
open
have
the
the
gate.
keys.
Uh-huh.
The keys can open doors into the world.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
Not in season 1. In season 1 they said the only link between the two worlds is the gates that are created by Satan.
I see the Gehenna gates,
Uh-huh. That they
but it's.
said that.
I understand they said that,
They said
but
that.
that's not the truth.
I understand.
They just straight up lie.
They just straight up lie. It's nothing much, just dishonest work.
Yeah, it's
So you're telling me
yeah.
that people could just open those gates to the demon world?
Only the demons have the keys.
Ah.
Yeah.
See, that makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I see now. But
Wait.
then how do then do they just kind of let the little inferior demons through? Uh-oh. That's way too
I
loud.
guess.
Imagine lying in exposition.
So
Imagine
problem.
lying in exposition.
There's 8 demon kings. I've just realized.
I thought there were more than that.
Nope, there's 8. And Satan is not one of them.
So there's the one that dies in air quotes, the King of Earth.
Mm-hmm.
There's the other one, the whatever his name is with the hat,
Mm-hmm.
who counts to 3 in German.
It's what's his name?
It starts with a P and it has an H.
Mephisto, but his first name is
It's something.
Falaise.
Yeah, like that or something.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's not a demon king.
He's not, but he's a son of
Okay.
Satan.
He is. Yep.
Not all demon kings are sons of Satan. I mean, not all of Satan's sons are demon kings, I should be saying. That's it.
Yes.
Ooh.
Also, another thing.
Another.
Why that one girl was so mean. I just remembered.
Which one girl? The whatchamacallit
The
girl?
eyebrow girl.
She
was
wasn't
mean.
that mean that often.
She was just mean.
Yeah, but it wasn't like it was. Yeah, she just didn't show up. Honestly, though.
Yeah.
She... that was a fun episode. The one with the squid.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that has also now reminded me of you don't say to the person that's obviously crazy, but what about Kiro and our chef? They're both demons. And then he's like, good point, and points a gun at them like, no, you don't yell that at him. You're not like, hey, remember, some of our friends are demons, so that he's like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm gonna have to kill them now. That's just not what you do.
No, it's not.
That's just not the play.
I forgot them in the play.
What?
The Illuminati.
The Illuminati.
Uh-huh.
What happened with the Illuminati?
It's later.
Oh no.
Um,
Why are the Illuminati a thing?
if you watch it, I'm not telling you to. But in the second season, you say that so many times.
You just, yes. It's one of those, yes moments, isn't it?
So, Shaq you were talking about is only in the anime.
That what?
Well, Shaq you.
Oh, is only in the anime? Huh. You know how hard it is to understand you, Lorenzo?
You know how difficult.
It's not my fault if Joey even hears it that way.
Join the call for a minute.
Joey,
Call, but
Joey,
faded.
Joey, join the call to prove him wrong.
Yeah, faded. And we'll see.
Joey's not even online anymore.
God,
Eh.
I bet it's a you thing.
because everything on mine is fine.
Yeah, and that's weird because everything on my side is just as fine.
I've listened, like, I listen to my mic over Discord, listen to my other things, everything's fine.
Yeah, but you see, you've already had problems with Discord today.
And then I restart my computer.
Yes? Question mark? Ooh, it goes.
Yes.
Yes. So it still could be a you problem. I'm
Not
gonna.
something I know how to fix. It's just recording me
you just should know at this point that as soon as the stream's over, it'll stop, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, okay, so getting back on track. Um, God, what else is there a problem with? And wait, so why is the little demon only in the anime?
I don't know. I'm just on the wiki, and it said anime only characters and there's a little demon guy.
Oh, so then that makes me question, how did they never come to that realization in the actual thing?
I
How
have no
how
clue.
were they never like, then who's cooking our food? And does
I
that mean
don't
that
know.
entire episode didn't happen?
I think that entire episode didn't happen. What episode was it?
One of the
It was
early
like
ones.
early.
It was one of the earlier
Episode
ones.
6 is filler. The
But
Phantom Chef is filler. So
yeah,
that entire episode didn't happen.
but why filler? Like it didn't come out when the manga was like that far behind it. Like
Yeah, I don't know.
Why even have
Episodes
filler?
1 through 5 are canon,
okay.
7 through 10 are canon,
Mhm.
and 12 through 17 are canon. Those are the only canon episodes.
Why?
The rest are filler.
Why?
I don't know.
That's okay. You know what? It's their call. If they want to make a stupid filler set of arcs, good on them. They can have
Good
their
on them.
filler. No one's gonna enjoy the filler, especially when it gets directly contradicted. I've never understood that. How do filler episodes in anime never? I'm not gonna say they never contradict, but how is it that they don't like seem to ever contradict what actually happens? Because you've got to
I
think.
have no clue.
You've got to.
The writer must be geniuses for fitting into filler. Filler sucks, but
They
still fit in there.
they must like purposely like be like, okay, they just are talking to the people who wrote the manga, and they must just be like, okay, we have this crazy idea. We need you to never contradict it. And they're
What?
just sitting there like, that
Or they
could work.
make changes to the source material when they get it. They're like, oh, they directly contradicted. Let's not put that in the anime.
Oh, remember that time we did this? Yeah, they're sitting in the writer's room like, this is a really cool and emotional scene. But sir, we can't do it. Why? Because we directly contradicted it 5 episodes ago. Oh.
God damn it.
Has that episode already gone live? Yes! Oh. Um.
We're gonna have to turn that episode into a dream.
Yeah, it's a dream, or hallucination happened, or it's always something like
It's
that.
always something like that.
It's like, yes, that didn't happen. But all the characters saw it happen. So we can keep referencing it.
Right. I'm checking to see if season 2 is all filler. It is not. It has no filler. So
What
season
has
2 is completely
Oh, season 2 is completely fine. Maybe that's why you
has
didn't
no
like it.
filler.
Maybe you only enjoyed the filler.
Maybe, honestly.
That's the
But
problem.
I also think it
Hmm.
was hard to follow because it kind of contradicts some stuff that happened in the first season. So I was
God.
like, wait, when did that happen thing? When did that exist?
And
That's why I didn't like it.
God. Well, he's just. But it's kind of like Naruto. Naruto had a lot of filler,
I've seen filler.
and whatchamacallit. All long running shonens have filler.
Yeah, but not half their first season.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
Well, yeah, that's because they were already wrong. Hip, 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 hip. They were already running long enough at that point that they had enough source material to get at least one season.
Yeah, so Bleach, they just straight up did an entire season. That was filler.
That's funny.
But they didn't. The only. They mixed it in well. You know what I mean?
Mm. They made it
I skipped
not
the
look
entire
like
season.
filler.
Yeah, I skipped the whole thing. But people say, yeah, it was good.
Lorenzo
But you
talking
don't
about
watch
something
it.
he's never watched.
I thought about watching it. I didn't.
Yeah, it's because you're lazy.
No, I just wanted to finish Bleach.
Are you a filthy part skipper?
It's not a canon part, therefore.
Oh my god.
Not a part.
I wanted to purposely like call a part of JoJo's non-canon, and then I was like, no, no.
No, it's all canon.
You know what? No, parts 1 through 6 are not canon.
Oh my god, no.
They just aren't canon anymore. You heard it here first. It's no longer canon for any
No
of the
longer
first 6
canon.
parts. Dio never existed. The world did though, because the world just keeps on giving.
The world will never cease to exist
As
there
long as
is
there is a true believer in the. Okay, did you see the last episode's name?
the last episode's name.
The last episode of season 1's name.
Oh shoot, I'm on the wrong season again. Give me a second
Just look at its
to go
name.
back to the first. I said go back to the first season. Stop time. Yes, yes, I
Yes.
remember.
I so enjoyed during the episode where they just kept saying it. The one guy kept saying it, and I was just like, is that a JoJo reference?
Is that a JoJo
Because
reference?
they said it just like Dio did.
Yeah.
And I swear, is like one of them voiced by Dio. Are
One
any
of
of
the voice actors I do recognize.
I
Now
was
that you
sitting there
mention it.
I was sitting there and I was like, I feel like I recognize one of these voice actors, and then I just never looked
Oh
because
yeah. So Rin's voice actor is a female.
okay.
Mhm.
I mean Goku's is too.
Yeah, I know it's crazy.
Like you don't
Oh this guy voiced Toro Sensei.
ah
What's his name's voice actor? The brother. Yukio.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
I've watched enough anime at this point that I heard that name and I immediately thought of a million other characters with very similar names.
Oh, he also voices Finral in Black Clover.
Who's Finral?
The portal guy.
Ah.
And Yumi Chika in Bleach. Also that guy in Bleach.
Mm.
He supports he supports. I was reading supporting characters. He voices a lot of characters in like big anime, like long running anime.
Well, yeah, because there's lots of people who do that, and they're cool people.
Chun
You recognize their
Koyo,
voice. Still don't watch that.
Clanad. He's in
I'm
Clanad.
gonna eventually watch Clanad.
He is Lelouch.
He's Lelouch. Wait, who's Lelouch?
The same guy, Yuki.
Oh, that's why he sounded super familiar. I was like,
There is
he
a
sounds
page
familiar.
of just him, of just Lelouch.
Yes, because of how many goddamn
Wiki.
Code Geasses there were.
Yeah. He also is someone else in Code Geass.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who. I remember looking at his.
Julius.
Oh, that was the voice. I remember him.
He's in Durarara.
Okay, Lorenzo, back on topic. What was the
Back
topic?
on topic. We were talking about a voice actor.
We were talking about a voice actor, but what came before that?
Um,
Who knows?
who knows? Um,
What
oh,
else
I
is
was
there?
gonna talk about the familiar.
Okay.
The flower one.
Yes. Nee.
This is the Deus Ex Machina.
What do you mean?
It's like,
It can only generate plants.
but did you see it grow into a giant?
What do you mean? When did it ever
And
grow into a giant?
was that Psychosis? I swear it grew into the giant during the camping part.
No.
Because it basically was a shield, but still, it was a giant.
No question
When
mark?
did that happen?
I no question mark.
God damn it! Come on. Yeah, body growth. But it doesn't tell me when that happened.
Oh,
But yeah, and it can also do any plant that she needs.
yes, but that's understandable.
That's
Like,
what
what?
does the foxes do?
What is the what?
The foxes, what do they do?
The foxes are just attack.
Attack.
Yeah, including their owner.
Yes, they just well most their honor. Because
Y-
they're demons and
Those were. Oh no, I dropped it. Those were yes, I don't understand why they just are like, we are demon hunters, but our best friends, they're demons.
That's
yeah,
we have an entire class dedicated to you guys becoming friends with demons.
you have to tame them.
You know what?
I don't get it. It's like taming dogs hunt mugs or wolves to go
Wolves.
hunt more wolves.
God.
I mean, it's a cool like
Ability.
ability, but there's just no explanation.
There obviously is an explanation. It's their lower level demons, and you're stronger willed than them.
But then that but then that brings the question up that I had with that directly of so then why isn't the son of Satan one? You'd think because they were like, "Oh, put your blood on the paper and then see if it responds to you." You'd think that some demon would
Yeah,
respond to the call of a son of Satan, man.
it should have.
Like,
Really, he should be like everything that his brother's not. Like his brother's a doctor and a dragoon,
yes.
and then he should be tamer swordsman
God. It would be
because
cool.
I mean it'd be amazing, but it also makes sense. And that neither of them would be the Arya. What's it called?
Which now makes me question, it really made me question is like, are they still weak to the Arya?
I guess half of them is
Like,
maybe. Also, oh no, that's why. Yeah, I was gonna
why?
say why can't Rin see the demons? I forgot his power was sealed. The
Oh, yeah, no. Another problem with that, just bringing that up, is I
hmm
get it's filler now because you've explained this, but how could everyone see those demons?
Which ones?
All the demons that were attacking the city, all the people
I
were
have
saying,
no clue. I have. There was that one girl in one episode that saw the demon monkey thing,
yeah,
but
yeah,
no one else did.
like, well, no, the
So
one girl in the very beginning could see the demon because she was being tormented by it,
yes,
so she basically was.
That's where she got her
smart.
taint.
Yeah, her taint.
But then that brings upon the second very good question of that first episode where they're all in the classroom, and it's like, how many of you haven't received your tep taint yet? It's like, excuse me, how do they apply to be an exorcist without being
They.
able to see the demons?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't get it.
And how
I
do you
really don't.
safely infect someone with the devil? Like,
I
no.
don't. I no. It shouldn't happen. And why
And
did no one think to seal Yuki's power?
because he didn't have any.
I guess canon he doesn't have any, but in the filler,
Yeah, in the filler he had some. But yes,
but
canon he
yeah,
didn't have power.
he was just burned by his brother.
No, I think it was. Oh, that was not canon either.
Was that canon or was that not
That
canon?
whole backstory's not canon. If you think about it.
What? God. This is anime version of Yuki's birth. God damn. Manga. Okay, on the wiki,
On the
the
wiki.
manga version,
Uh-huh.
there is nothing. I'm going to send you a quick screenshot.
Oh no.
It's not gonna have anything spoiler in it. Just
Sure.
look at this screenshot.
Just look at the screenshot. When you know something exists but don't know what it is.
Also, that you should have already fixed that, like I told you last week. But
Yeah, but
You should have reminded me. You know, while your computer was crashing, you should have been like, hey, remember that thing that you said you were gonna fix? Fix
yeah, I
it.
thought you did it already.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. What else? So their whole birth and creation thing, even that was filler
Yes.
and doesn't exist.
Correct.
I'm
Yes.
I'm yes. Yes.
Yes, it's all gone.
Yes.
It doesn't actually exist.
None of it exists.
They were
So
never born.
they were. This whole show is filler. In the manga, the Yuki is the son of Satan, is the son of God, and God is a bad guy.
Yes. Yes.
So they have to help Satan kill God.
That's
That is the manga version.
that's
That is now the canon version of the manga.
Yes. I
we
don't like that I just read Illuminati arc.
What's wrong with the Illuminati arc?
The Illuminati. Because I know it was mentioned in the second season. Because I remember that.
Because you
But
remember it.
I watched the second season like a year or two after watching the first
Oh
season.
my god.
But I
When
think I
when you don't remember
rewatched the
anything that
first season first.
God.
Yeah.
This show is all over the place.
It is very all over the
But you know, it could be worse.
Yeah, it could. It could be Madoka Magica.
You know what? I'll get the army.
What army? You and what army?
The army. I will
Satan
I will
slash.
just
Sorry, I'm gonna read to you the name of some of these techniques that Rin uses.
Yes.
Flame emitting meditation. Okay.
Okay.
Satan slash.
Satan slash.
Satan bomb. Satan campfire. Satan bomb campfire.
I would just now
like to say with that, you saw their techniques, and some of those techniques, man, they
Yeah.
they were
Why are you shouting your attack name at them? Because I want to.
Because it makes me stronger. It obviously makes the attack stronger.
If you
You know
shout
that
its name
anime
ahead of time.
where if you shout it, it makes your attack stronger?
I-
Oh wait, that's Bleach.
Oh my god.
I forgot about that.
Lorenzo trying to remember the anime that he watched. It's just like me when we were taking those anime quizzes or the
Uh-huh.
anime music one, and I was like, I've heard this before, and it's like, yeah, these all come off of your list, and I'm like, I don't care. I've watched so much at this point that I have
Yeah.
no idea
Oh yeah, it's that one that I watched.
that I watched forever ago. That's the problem.
That's the true problem here. What's happening?
Okay, do you remember the puppet kid?
Yes,
Do you remember what he did?
He was the one that was reading the Bible verses when the extinction bomb went down. That
Yeah,
that's
but
about all he did.
but he's just he's he's not even a student.
What?
Just just like the other students that
Yeah, but that
became the
that was
killer.
obvious. That's obvious
Yeah,
that he's not an actual student. It's just, why didn't they do anything with that? Oh, maybe they would have if they wouldn't have put so
they
much
followed the
goddamn
manga.
filler.
If all of the season wasn't filler,
If this all wasn't filler, I think we would have solved a problem at this point. But because it was just all filler, we didn't solve any of the problems. We just created plot holes.
oh yeah, what were they shooting in the first episode?
What do you mean, what were they shooting?
They were shooting something with a crossbow. Those kids.
Oh, the pigeon.
Oh, it was a pigeon. I couldn't remember what they were shooting. I just remember them shooting something.
God. That. How do you not remember they were
Yeah,
shooting pigeons? What else
because
could have they been shooting?
I don't know, cats.
You know,
It is anime.
it is anime.
But that now brings up the point of Kiro. If Kiro was a familiar,
How didn't the familiar like
sense its master's death?
I don't know.
Because they were pretty much saying that it'd go feral again if its master died. So shouldn't it be able to sense when its master dies? Not just kind of sit there and
Yeah,
need to
sit
hear it
there
from
for
someone?
years.
Well, no. It was. They said that whatever his
He
name was
left.
kept going back there.
Yeah, he would bring the sake, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and that makes me now question, like, what would have happened if Yuki would have thrown that sake bomb? Like, would have it aerosolized, or
Maybe.
what if it just
But
spilled all of the sake on the ground, or
if it aerosolized, whatever that word is,
yeah,
it
what?
would explode into fiery ball of flame because it's alcohol and it's been aerosolized.
Yes.
Like you do that with flour and it explodes into a ball of flames. Um, so I guess it would have just spilled out and it would have been like, "Ooh, sake, let me drink." Maybe?
Ooh,
I guess.
sake.
like okay, and then holy water. Why can't you splash the demon spawn with holy water?
Because he definitely had to have been splashed with it up to this point.
Yeah.
And
It's
it's not like those any of those things were doing any damage to him outside of all the fillers.
yeah, he didn't get hit.
Unless he all of those times that we've seen him get hit by those holy things were in the fillers.
Probably, honestly.
Honestly though,
Honestly.
I don't know what I'm
I don't
saying.
think he took damage in the manga.
What happened in season 1? Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing canon happened in season 1.
We're still getting to like all the good chapters where stuff actually starts happening. That's what they were looking at. They were like, "Man, none of this looks like fun stuff to adapt. We should just
Choose something new.
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, and then camping and the big moth and the demon king of earth.
The Demon King of Earth?
Yeah, they demon king of earth, man.
Right, right,
What
right.
was his deal?
I don't remember.
What was his entire purpose? Because then he just went on the sidelines. How did these demons get into the real world?
They have the keys.
Well, that wasn't explained.
It wasn't.
And why is he called the king of earth?
Because it's not Earth. I was confused by that too. They each have like a element, like fire, water, rot, earth,
Oh.
insects, spirit, time, and light.
Oh. That makes
Yeah,
a lot more
it does make a
sense.
lot more sense.
That makes a lot more sense than him just keep getting called the king of earth and no explanation beyond that. Because I was
I'm gonna
sitting there
blame it
like,
on. I'm gonna blame it on filler.
I'm gonna blame it on the just the adaptation. Who adapted this, Lorenzo?
Uh, Annie Flex
No, they didn't.
licensors Annie. Oh, it's A1.
A1 Pictures did this?
A1 was the studio. Licensors were Aniplex.
A1 Pictures did this?
Yeah.
They made SAO.
Uh huh.
And oh my god, we've been on an Aniplex string lately.
Not Aniplex. A1.
Or A1 Pictures string.
Yeah, literally. Neverland, Seven
Oh my
Sticks,
god, we've been on this for a while.
SAO.
Well, that's why my next week is by Trigger.
No, my friend A1.
What?
Yeah.
No, it was not.
I'm on the A1 page.
No, it was not. I know it was Trigger.
A1 is tricking
Fuck. Motherfucker.
well as Hanasama,
I
Black Butler, all the fairy tales,
Jesus
um,
Christ.
all my guys,
Oh, I dropped
um,
it.
A1
trying to
Pictures,
think
man.
to
Why do you A1 Pictures stop making things?
that we have best.
Lorenzo, you're getting worse.
Am I?
Yes.
I think it's because I. Yeah, so A1 pictures. You gotta keep it high, keep it going.
Oh, that one was all kinds of gibberish.
What's that?
All that sentence was all kinds of gibberish.
Anyway, I guess it's ranking time.
Okay.
I don't think you should. I don't think your rating should go first up until you
Yeah,
fix yourself. Unless.
yeah. Keep
Okay, I was
going.
about to say you're totally fine now, but no. So I gave it a 7.
Give it a 7.
I always give everything a 7.
I give it a 5.
I told you, everything gets a 7 unless it does something that irrationally pisses me off, which means SAO really should
How
have
did
gotten less.
SAO?
SAO irrationally pissed me off.
I like this.
The hot okay, no, it was more of the hot water.
The hot water.
It was the hot water, but the hot water got my rage triggered at SAO. So SAO sucks.
God damn.
That's
SAO.
but you do the exact same thing with my stuff.
With like 2 of them.
With like 2 of them. God. Okay, am I still technically I'm still up on the amount of bad anime?
Are you?
I still am technically because
Yeah, I think
your week was Mars of Destruction
Yeah.
back then. So technically I'm still up and
You're still up on bad anime.
yeah, because next week though I think I'm tying it back up.
You think so?
unless just like SAO you
I
managed
end
to
up liking it.
yeah, but don't know about that one. I don't know I don't know how you're going to feel when you get to the end of it.
Uh-oh. So I guess we should say next week is Thanksgiving.
Oh, yes. Next week is Thanksgiving. So
So
there
so
is
it's
no
gonna be 2
podcast.
weeks. Yeah, there's no podcast next week.
But then again, it's 25 episodes, and we all know Lorenzo can't finish 25 episodes in 1 week.
Okay, I did it with SAO.
That's because you actually enjoyed it. This
I
one I
did.
feel like you're going to be sitting through.
Really?
I I don't know.
I'll
S-
try to sit through it. But
This one
whoa.
this one took a bit out of me to watch when I first watched it.
Mhm.
Uh not the first section of it. It was the second section.
I see.
The first section was totally fine.
Wait, okay. I might have to raise my score on this.
Why?
Because it has the same score as Tokyo Ghoul Re. And Devil's a part timer?
Oh god. So you have to raise it up just to be above.
No, I'll leave it.
God.
I trust my judgment.
You shouldn't.
I really shouldn't.
You really shouldn't.
Really should not. Anyway,
Okay.
like we've already said,
Any?
Charlie and the Franks.
Oh God. Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts.
Final
When I
thoughts.
first watched this anime, I thought it was good.
Meh.
Then going back, watching it, it brought it down, and then just going over it like this, it was bleh.
It was
It was
bleh.
basic. It was so basic.
Yeah, but it's one of those shows that like when you watched it back in the day, it was so much better because you hadn't seen anything yet.
Yeah, yeah. I hadn't seen a single thing yet.
That's
Actually, no, I watched a little, but they were all probably just as bad.
which is
Besides
which
like
is
Full Metal and
which is why
Exorcist.
Konosuba is obviously the best thing to start out with.
No, it's not. The best thing to start out with is good old like I don't know, not Konosuba.
Not
We still
Konosuba.
haven't decided what the best starting anime is.
Nope, we
I
never
still
will.
think it's Death Note or something like
I
that.
don't know. Maybe we'll get a week where that question is answered.
Yeah.
I let it run over the time I was gonna end it again. So Lorenzo, final thoughts? Anything else about
My anything you thought?
Okay, anything with my final thoughts is
Satan is pretty damn weak.
He's really weak. He was very underwhelming.
Yes. And he lost multiple times.
Yes.
That's
He
that's
lost to an old man.
yes. That's pretty pathetic on Satan's part.
Very pathetic.
Okay, bye stream.
Bye.